Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL predictions segment, I'm going to be giving you my pick and analysis for the 2017 Week 15 NFL matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Now, first thing I want to get is, well, as far as this game goes, I think one easy thing we can look at is that you look at what the Cowboys did to the Giants last week, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm a New York Giants fan, but I have to, when you do these prediction videos, of course, you got to be objective and not be biased and take emotion out of the equation, so to speak. So here I go. Cowboys basically dismantled the Giants. I understand that for like 3/4 or so, they were pretty much even. The Giants showed a lot of heart. There was a spirited effort up by them up until that fourth quarter where everything just basically fell apart for them. Giants came apart at the seams basically. And Cowboys dominated that quarter and the Giants. And the thing about this is that when you look at this game, okay, I understand the Eagles are going to be without Carson Wentz. That being said, okay, Nick Foles is going to start in his place. Now, can you say, with the way the Eagles are constructed right now, without Carson Wentz and with Nick Foles at quarterback, are they at least equal to the Dallas Cowboys in terms of their caliber, in terms of their, as far as their team and their personnel? Are they every bit as talented and not more so? I think the answer is yes. That being said, after what the Cowboys did, the Eagles should win this game decisively because the Eagles, I believe, are actually still better than the Cowboys. And that's basically my main reason for picking them in this game. Now, that being said, the Eagles have dominated the series in recent time. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Giants. The only win the Giants got in that 7-game span was actually a very close game that could have gone either way anyway. In looking at these two teams, it's really hard for the Giants to stack up against the Eagles. You look at, I understand Carson Wentz is not playing, but Nick Foles, as Stephen A. Smith says on First Take all the time, I would say, no, you can use the expression not a scrub. Well, Nick Foles certainly is not a scrub. He's got 56 touchdowns, I believe 27 interceptions, so it's about a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. And he's compiled a 20-16 record as starting quarterback, which is passable. And also very good quarterback rating, 88.1 career QB rating, which is certainly, for some people might not be like off the charts, but still very good, I think. Really, it's not like it's that much of a downgrade going from Wentz to Foles. Now, the Eagles, they're averaging about 31 points per game, and the Giants are just practically rock bottom. They have hit, they're averaging only like about 15. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Cleveland Browns are the only team in the NFL that is averaging fewer points per game than the New York Giants. And the Giants, the most points the Giants have even scored in the last 7 games are 21. Eagles also number 2 rushing yards per game at about 143, and the Giants' run defense is ranked number 31 in the NFL. I think the Eagles are going to run amok over the Giants this game. The Giants are giving up about 130 rushing yards per game, and also the Giants in their offensive running game is just as bad. They're only averaging about 90 rushing yards per game. Eagles still number 1 run defense in the NFL, giving up about 71 yards rushing per game. And the Eagles are number 11 in passing yards per game, which is very good. And the Giants are number 31 in passing yards allowed per game. The Giants are just, it's almost like they're just bad in every aspect, unfortunately. This team is just really in disarray. They are obviously going to go through a major overhaul during this offseason. Eagles also have the most passing touchdowns in the NFL. And going back to Nick Foles, also his completion percentage is still good. A lot of people may not see it as great. He completes, I think, like 60.5% of his passes. And Eagles also have a plethora of weapons. I mean, including wide receiver Alshon Jeffrey and Zach Ertz, who I think will likely play on it. I don't think it's 100%. I think he's out of concussion protocol, so I think the probability of him playing is still very good. And also a linebacker, Nigel Bradham, who's got 69 tackles, who's had a very good season defensively for the Eagles. Now, Eagles also lead the NFC with 16 defensive interceptions. So, and also, I mean, you talk about a team that's got virtually no weaknesses. The Eagles are them. Kenjon Barner is one of the best punt returners in the NFL, averaging 10 yards per return. He even has a long of 76 yards. So the Giants really better make sure they cover him very good in this particular game. Field position might be more critical in this game than other games, considering that you have such a great punt returning squad on the Eagles. It's imperative that the Giants can at least limit that starting field position for the Eagles. Now, the thing about it is, I mean, what it really comes down to in summation is that the Eagles may be without Carson Wentz, but it's not like they're without other great weapons on the team. They still have a very solid team. The Giants right now, I mean, they're showing so much ineptitude on offense. It's not even funny. 29 games without reaching 30 points. I mean, at least 29. I know not ever since when McAdoo was the coach last season, 2016, it was 16 games without reaching 30. And then the 13 this season, they have not reached 30. I don't know what happened before then, but I think the streak is 29 games. Now, I mean, really, the Giants, sadly, I mean, it's just really gotten very bad for them. I mean, I stay by my Giants thick and thin, but, I mean, I have to make the fair and honest prediction. I'm going to be rooting for them. I hope my prediction is wrong. I hope the Giants bring forth a spirited effort and bounce back and redeem themselves after that poor showing last week. I just don't think it's going to happen. So anyway, I'm taking the Eagles in this one to win on the road over the Giants. I think it'll be a decisive victory. I think it'll be by at least 14 points. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube NFL prediction segment for my 2017 Week 15 NFL preview of the Philadelphia Eagles against the New York Giants. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.